Hi, it's Mike with squareV, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the NovaStar VX2U all-in-one controller slash processor. This is one of the series of processors that has scaling built in, and it's called the VX2U because it has two LED outs, two data port outputs on it. And the U means it has a USB, it has the ability to play from the USB drive. So when you open up the first box, you have the other cardboard box. So you pull this out of the first box, lift up these flaps, and you have the processor up here and the accessory box down there. So this is what comes out of that box. You have the processor in a plastic bag here. Set that to the side. And let's look in the accessory box. It has a packing slip to tell you what it comes with. USB cable, DVI, HDMI, DisplayPort, Cat5, and VGA, as well as a power cable. So there's all the cables in the accessory box. Let's look at the processor itself. Okay, here's the front of the VX2U. Over here we have the power button and the LCD screen. You got the menu buttons. You click it in to hit enter or select. You scroll up and down through the menu like that, and then escape goes back one menu window. Have a picture-in-picture button where you can have two sources on the screen at once. A scale button, that's the automatic scaling. Click it in to scale it, click it again, it turns it off. The mode button brings up your presets, test patterns, all of your different inputs here, and then you have the take button, which when you switch your source on the picture-in-picture, it won't take effect till you hit the take button. Function button is a programmable button. It can be just about anything. The top USB port can be used to connect this processor to the USB of another processor, so you can see them both in the software. The bottom USB port goes directly to your computer so that you can program this single processor using the NovaStar software. And that's the front. Okay, this is the back of the VX2U. On the left here, we see two USB connections so that you can plug your computer into it and set it up using the NovaStar software, set up the processor, and Ethernet connection so you can connect your processor to the to your network, and then you can actually set your processor up with a web page control that they have. And then this U-Disk thing here is, again, for a USB. You can read from a USB drive to put your content on the wall. And then your inputs here, you have a display port, HDMI, two VGAs, a DVI, and right here the CVBS, two CVBS here. And then right here you have DVI and DVI loop. So this comes in handy when you want to use two processors for the same wall. So if you wanted to do two VX2Us on the same video wall, you would put your source in on the DVI and then come out the DVI loop of the first processor and plug it into the DVI of the second processor so that it would sync that content between the two processors. It'd be playing at the same time through both of them. And then using a setting in the actual processor, you would combine those two processors to display the same image. So one would carry like half of the image, the other one would carry the other half. But I digress. Anyways, going over here, we have the monitor, two monitor outs with DVI, and then the LED outs here, the data outs here. So you have two ports of data with this one, and each one is about 655,000 pixels. That equals about 1.3 million pixels for the VX2. Now we can look through the menu. Okay, went ahead and turned on the VX2U. See what the menu has. We have brightness control right off the bat. You can move that up and down. Then, so you select it by pressing in on the click wheel, and then you change it by scrolling, and then you press the click wheel again to enter that setting. And scroll down to screen settings. This is how you can quick configure a wall right when you plug your processor in, right when you plug in the data ports. You get everything routed. You can come in here and you can tell, you can say how many panels or cabinets are in each row, how many rows you have, and then how many columns you have. and then how many of your panels or cabinets are on the first data port. And then you come down here and you, on the data flow, this is looking at the wall from the front. How did you route your data cables? And these are the different patterns you could have done that, how you could have done that. So you can select all that and you can get your wall working with just those quick settings. Here's your input settings, preset resolutions, custom resolution, and custom refresh rate. Output settings, scaling can be enabled there, image offset. Advanced settings, picture-in-picture, you come in here and you enable that, and you can tell it which source you want on your main, which one you want on your picture-in-picture source, and then the height and width and start X and Y. Crop settings, window swap. Actually, didn't know the window swap was there. It's kind of cool. Redundancy, advanced attributes. Some of these things that aren't used very often. Presets there, function settings, audio settings, no, okay, whatever. Display control, test patterns, inputs backup, output resolution, cabinet settings, brightness. That tells you your firmware version there, even though this is hardware version. Alright. Factory reset, communication settings, and the U-Disc playback settings. Here you can load your USB drive, you can look through what's on that and how you're going to play it. Language. And that's it. That's your whole menu. So there you have it. That's the NovaStar VX2U all-in-one controller with built-in scaling. It's a great option for a smaller wall, maximum 1.3 million pixels, and you know, only need 2 data lines to go to your wall, but you need scaling. This is what you want to use. You can always give us a call if you have any questions, or visit buy NovaStar, BUY, novastar.com, and order your VX2U.